Alright guys, welcome back to the Double J Show. So this is episode 5 and today we're just going to be going over basically just Jack's peak week, talking a little bit about that, how things are going, and basically just a bit of an update to us and some questions that have come in. So how are you doing, Jack? How's things, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. In the dog end of obviously peak week, like you just mentioned. But I'm good, pretty good. Just trying to stay stress free, really.
Yeah.
I'm not stressed about the show, like at 1%. I'm really not.
Yeah.
Just trying to just nail everything in regards to sort of my physique and just being on top of everything, because my life at the moment is just busy. I was just saying to Jack off air, like I'm really busy all the time. It's like I actually really struggle to get these kind of in. Like I say to Jack, I'm like, mate, I haven't got the time. I'm like, and that's not me being like a dick. It's just being busy. There's a difference between being lazy and being busy.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm feeling happy. Very happy with how I look. Obviously, I sent you over shots, didn't I? Which you were very impressed with.
Yeah.
Everyone, the people who I sent those shots to, kind of didn't really believe it was me, because.
You just look totally different, like especially in the quad area. Like your quads are blown up. Like obviously, I think that's one of the biggest things when you're prepping. You think that something won't look as good, and then suddenly you start flooding carbs into your system, a bit of water, everything just blows up. Like, but looking at your quads this week, they look sick. Glutes are coming even more. You're popping, so yeah, you're doing the right thing at the minute, mate, and you're going to look epic on Sunday. So
yeah, I'm definitely happy. Like that, I made obviously the improvements I made in like 6 to 8 months of gaining is just kind of crazy. In fact, it's beyond ridiculous to be honest. Like I put up the shot this morning of on my IG of like when I was 191 pounds. It looks pretty horrendous, but I gained so much muscle doing that, so there's no chance that I'll be like staying shredded year round, and I will be pushing up body weight, that doubt, because it just, the benefits it reaps is just crazy. So
yeah. Would you say that your training changed from when you did your little, it was like a mini prep last year, to then when you went into that off season? Did you do much different with your training? Because you really did put on a lot of muscle, especially in your back, your hamstrings, your glutes, and like just generally everywhere. Was there a huge change to your training at all?
It was just more of a mindset change, mate, because I was kind of pissed off when I realised, wow, I just have no physique here when I dieted down. It was just kind of a fucking joke, to be honest. I was pissed off. I was angry about the fact that like I'd done 4 months of dieting and the physique was just dog shit, to be honest. And I was also really pissed off about the fact that obviously me and AJ were planning on prepping together, and we didn't. He continued prepping and I didn't, and I was just kind of lost a little bit. And it just wound me up, the fact that I dieted and I just looked really bad and I came out of dieting. It was just annoying. So it just kind of like, it motivated me even more just to really train just even harder and just get stronger and just progress, which is something I'm really looking forward to doing. Obviously next off season is just, growing. Again, I will be growing, guys. Like there's no way I'll be staying shredded or lean. No way. I'll probably have absolutely not. I'll probably have a long off season, to be honest. I'll probably have like anywhere from 2 to 4 years probably. Come back maybe when I'm like 28, 29. Come back and get a pro card then. That'll be the goal, and I'll make sure I make that happen. I don't really want to be a lightweight again, so I want to be a middleweight pro, which there's absolutely no chance that won't happen. So, but obviously I need some time, which I have. Time's on my side, so that's all good.
Obviously, like 2-4 years gaining is that's definitely a good idea. I think for you, like if that is the goal for you right now, spending that much time in a gaining phase is definitely going to be one of the best things that you can do. Like for me, having nearly 3 years off the stage, I think it was 3 years anyway, like you make just so much improvements, and like you said, not being afraid to push up your body weight. I did a post on that this week, and I showed my friend, because I was like, did I get a little bit too fat? Did I push up just a little bit too much? But you look back and you think, yeah, I think because you're lean right now, you look back and you think, oh God, I was a little bit tubby. But the reality is, like, I was performing at my absolute best. Like, I started doing numbers in the gym that I'd never done.
Yeah,
it's something that even AJ says a lot in some of his posts. Is you do stuff you've never done before.
Yeah,
and that really is true, because literally I would never press 50 kilos until I pushed up my body weight another 5-6 pounds from where I thought I should stop. It's just little things like that which you haven't done before, and maybe just pushing up like 6-7 pounds scale weight. Yeah, you might look a little bit worse for it, but the reality is, if you can do that over the course of the months and start lifting more load and more volume, you're probably going to put more muscle on. There's no doubt about it.
Agreed.
And the science, I know the science come into it. Like, the heavier you get, the less you're able to optimize nutrients and everything. But fuck that. Honestly, I'd rather just get a little bit heavier, push much more loads in the gym, and when I need to drop body fat, I just drop body fat. So
yeah, that's it.
So much harder to earn muscle.
I really like the process of gaining, to be honest, mate. I like every process, really. I mean, I'm enjoying prep. I am enjoying prep, actually, and the prep's not over, by the way, guys. I know I told you, Jack, as well. Prep's not over this weekend. There's no chance. So I think I've got a lot of shows I'm going to be doing.
Well, we got to be on stage together, mate. So.
Yeah, so I'm going to do this show this weekend, Southern BMBF, which is again. I'm just going to say this again now, guys. There was part of me a few days ago that was had a different mindset, but I swear down, when I woke up yesterday, my head completely changed. I swear on my life. My mindset was before, God, I've got to win every show. And now, like, this is no joke either. I promise you, this isn't me just bullshitting. I actually couldn't really give a shit where I place on Sunday. Why? Because the physique that I'm bringing to the stage is good. And I know that's good. I know it's a good physique. My posing is good. I just know I've got a good physique. A lot of people have told me that. I know I have. So wherever I place, the photos are going to look good. You can't take that away from, you can place wherever you want, but when you stand next to someone and you still look good in shots, placing's fucking irrelevant, in my opinion. Obviously, as a competitor, you want to do well. But Jack, mate, I really don't care where I place at all. I'm going to really enjoy the day, which I will do. But the prep's not over this weekend, so I'm going to probably going to do the Central the week after. Yeah. Which is the BMBF again.
Even if you qualify.
Yeah, why not? I just. Why not? I said to AJ I might want to do that, and his response to me was absolutely cool. I'll be there. So he'll just be with me again, just helping me. It's awesome. And then after that, it'll be 2 weeks till the show you're doing, which with the UK the FBA, which I should do pretty well in that. I'm very confident I will. And then obviously the MPA, and then for the fun of it, a UK BFF show.
You're gonna do the MPA, are you? You're doing the one. You're doing the one in Kent.
Yeah.
So you're doing the same as me again?
Michael messaged me asking me to do it.
Amazing.
Michael messaged me and asked me to do it. He mentioned doing it, and then I speak to someone called Holly. Yeah. And she mentioned doing it, and I was like, yeah, why not? So the goal for me, realistically, is going to be 4 British finals, which will total my tally of my first contest season up to almost 10 shows, which is pretty good in regards to gaining experience as a natty bodybuilder.
100%.
Because realistically, I think I have the ability. I don't know, I mean, mate, answer this honestly on live feed. Yeah. I think I have the ability to qualify for the BMBF, UK, the FBA, and the MPA to get myself to the final in every fair. Yeah. I believe I have the ability to do that. Obviously, the UK BFF I don't really care about the final, but I just want to do it because it's funny. Yeah. And I'm, I'm shredded and I'm leaner. I'm way leaner than anyone and would ever be on a UK BFF show most of the time.
And that's I think that's the thing. You obviously you're never going to be able to guarantee a qualifier spot. No, but of course. If you turn up shredded, there is a very good chance that you will probably make it to the finals. No doubt about it. If you are shredded, because it's not rare, but it's not, for someone like you to turn up in your condition, it would be weird if you didn't get an invite to a final just because of the condition that you've got. Like on stage, you will probably have one of the best conditions there.
I'll look even better on stage, mate, because I'll be fuller, I'll be tanned,
Exactly.
I'll be pumped, and mate, like when I'm pumped, I'm actually like, because obviously I've been loading food. I'll explain that in a minute. But when I'm pumped, like pumped, and I'll be tanned as well, like I just look ridiculous. Like those shots of my quads, like. Mate, that was just after a Stairmaster session, and see the detail in my legs. So imagine what obviously I'm backing off cardio now and steps. So imagine what they'll look like when I'm inflammation's down. And more food coming in. Like you just can't take away from me the fact that I have a good physique, and I'm not like sucking up to myself here. But I have got a good physique. I've got a good balance. I've got good structure. And when I pose, I pop, and that's the goal.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, I think it will be somewhat competitive, and it's exciting. It's exciting.
Go with the mindset, enjoy the day, enjoy being around other bodybuilders, because that's the thing, you make friends there as well. Like everyone thinks like a bodybuilding show is like you're entering an arena of lions. It's not. Everyone there is nervous on the day, so speak to the people when you're in the pump-up room. You don't have to look at them and like fucking, they're not your enemy. At the end of the day, they become friends. So like, it's just enjoy the day. Don't go in there expecting certain things, and you'll probably come out with something which will surprise you. So
I'm not expecting anything, Jack, mate. I'm really not. I'm just expecting to wake up on show day, and AJ's going to come around and tan me again, because he's going to do it on Saturday night and Sunday morning, and then from there the expectations are sit in the car with my rice cakes, jam, and almond butter, because that's all I'm going to have on show day. The goal for show day for me is to obviously keep carbohydrate coming in, keep water in, but I'm not going to do what I usually do on a normal day, which is wake up as soon as I've weighed in and have like a 1.5 litre bottle straight away, because I need to weigh in when I'm up there. But just gonna there's nothing to be stressed about, in my opinion.
What's your plan food wise for the day? Because like I know a lot of people, they'll have like set food plans. Obviously I know you just said you were going to do rice cakes and jam. Is that literally it? Will you not have protein on the day or anything?
No, you're not going to, mate. Your protein's just going to sit in your midsection, so you're not going to digest it in time. There's no point. It makes no sense, because the goal is to assimilate carbs, and protein's not going to do that job. It's going to be a case of weighing in earlier than usual, which will be fine. I know I'll be fine. And if, for example, I like tomorrow morning on a weigh in, I weigh way more. It's a simple alteration of just not drinking a little bit, drinking a little bit less, or changing specific foods in the day, so volume is not as high. It's easily fixed, so stuff like that. But it's just going to be on the day. I'm going to keep water coming in, obviously, because you're just a moron if you cut water as a natural bodybuilder. Because what's that about? Like, how are you going to load carbs if you're not having water?
Yeah.
It's just like someone said to me the other day. They were like, "You're going to cut sodium and water." I said, "Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that, because I've been having sodium and water every day. I've been having the same amount every day." So obviously on show day, the only difference between the water intake will be the fact that I'm just going to sip instead of chug down.
You just sip water. I can remember quite vividly, like I on show day salting my rice cake with jam.
Yeah, sure.
So I'd like a salt.
I'm going to take, so the show day foods I'm going to have is obviously rice cake, caramel rice cakes, because they're very low very high, not high, but like medium volume. But per rice cake, obviously I'm going to weigh them. They're like 15 grams of carbs ish. And they don't weigh much. They're like air. They don't fill you up. They don't bloat you. Jam, does that bloat you? No way. Almond butter, does that bloat you? Absolutely not. And I'm going to take like some pink Himalayan rock salt and just literally have that. Simple, easy, not going to bloat anything, but enough to load.
What kind of supplements will you be having, mate?
I'll be having pre-stage. The plan is probably 30 to 50 grams of HBCD, highly branched cyclodextrin, alongside mixed in, not like drinking, mixed in together to like a sludge.
Yeah.
So I get fast acting carbs, and then with that, I probably will have 2 scoops of Endeavour mixed in with that again, and just eat that because that'll taste really nice as well, to be honest. And then alongside that, I'll have some salt, and I'll probably have a few Reese's peanut butter cups for some fat as well.
Pretty similar to what I did. I think I just did half a Snickers instead of Reese's cup, and added in niacin as well.
Okay, cool.
Alongside of it. So yeah, like pretty much it's kind of all you need really before you step on stage. Just a sugar boost to help you actually pose because it's fucking knackering. And just something like salty as well. So and a little bit of fatty as well. But
I've noticed with me as well, the best way for me to get pumped is to pose. Actually pose. Like I do a round of pose. I did a round of posing the other day, and as soon as I finished, AJ was like, "Wow, you look completely different. Like the skin's tighter everywhere. You have that sort of permeated look."
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll just pose, and obviously like maybe do a few kind of lateral raises, but I just want to keep the blood namely in my sort of delts, my chest, and my maybe a little bit through my upper back. I don't know what kind of facilities they're going to have, but like a few. It'd be awesome if they had a pull-up bar, but I doubt they will. So I'll probably just do some rows or something.
Do you have like a resistance band?
Yeah, I do.
You could just get AJ to hold it, or even like whoever's there on the day to just hold it, and then you could like just do a row with them. So like they stand quite far away, and you just do a row action with it, and that because it is difficult to get a back pump. Like
sure. I mean, the thing is, when I'm full and like full with, all I need to do is actually just hit a rear double bicep, and I feel my back almost, and it if I feel it pump like. That's a really good telltale sign of whether you're actually full or not. If you're posing and you're not feeling anything, so when I posed before and I'm flat, if I kind of like come into that position there and don't feel my upper back contract, I know that there's really minimal substrate going on in and around, obviously, the muscle cells. So yeah, and also you're not on show day. You need to have obviously done specific stuff up until the day. You can't just like think you're going to cram food in on the day. Exactly. You're again like seriously, like what are you doing? You're just going to bloat. You're just going to be distended and can't control your midsection equals just kind of an embarrassment. So you've got to take things into consideration the days before. And you just got to be smart. You've got to be clued up. You've got to be smart. And if you don't know what you're doing, get a coach.
Yeah, 100%. It's obviously, like with the coach and stuff, that's still going to be trial and error. Like a lot of people will expect that hiring a coach a week before peak week is going to sort all of your issues out. But the reality is, if you're not ready, you're not ready. So like, don't expect to hire, let's just say me or Jack, like the week before a show, and us to peak you because we don't know what's going on with your body the last 18 weeks. So
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it. Just wouldn't do it. So. Anyway, let's try and go to some questions. So this first one comes in from James, which is your client, Jack. He said, what is your opinion on the clean diet versus if it fits your macros for a contest prep? So it's a good question because I'll go first. Like for me, obviously we need to define kind of what the person sees as if it fits your macros. To me, when I look at if it fits your macros, it's a bagel instead of white potato. Jam on your rice cakes instead of honey, not replacing meal 3 with a Pop-Tart and a protein shake. So it's obviously defines on what you see as if it fits your macros versus a clean diet. But I'm not going to say I'm all for clean dieting because I'm not. Like I've had Breyer's ice cream, I've had
every day
fruit and yogurt before bed, I've had a protein bar before the gym. So my big thing is I'll always be if it fits your macros 100%, but the majority of my day is what you would call clean. So the quote unquote clean, like most meals up until probably even like the last meal of the day, it's not that bad. It's just fruit and yogurt or a Breyer's ice cream, whatever it is. Like and the reality is I'm still dropping body fat. I'm still staying strong in the gym. And perhaps maybe when you notice a drop off in your strength or you notice like you're just a bit more fatigued from your food choices, maybe then you might have to look at what you're actually eating. But another thing as well, you probably won't ever want to fit a Pop-Tart into your macro when you're dieting. Like,
No.
I could not think of anything worse fitting in one Pop-Tart into my diet right now, because it's just not satiating whatsoever.
Yeah.
The only and the foods that I'm picking are always pretty high volume. And like I'm almost following a meal plan, but it's an if it fits your macros meal plan. So
Sure.
I'll swap out a food one day if I need to. So like, I know you're pretty much on the same page as me, but are you doing any more different if it fits your macros? Are you going a bit further than what other people would say?
I think that during a contest prep, you know, things like this, James, for you, I know what you eat on a daily basis anyway, but things like this need to be established sort of going into the prep. Like you really can't be sort of entering a diet, in my opinion, and just starting to change everything. Like, why would you do that? Like, if you've been having similar foods in your off season and it's been working, and, you know, of course, take things into consideration. Like, obviously later on down into a prep when you're shredded, that food focus is going to be higher. Sure, agreed, 100%. But what you've got to think about there is just keeping things the same every day, because it takes away the decision fatigue of like scrolling on MyFitnessPal and trying to think about these exotic changes that you could fit in. Like, why? Like, why would you do that? Just like, I get that you've been on low food potentially during a prep. I get that food focus is high. I get that you're tired. I get that you're hungry. But you don't want to fuck things, do you? In the last few weeks, when you're getting to the point where little differences will make huge changes potentially. Like, if you I remember last year when I went to watch the Body Power show. This guy was competing as a junior, and I spoke to him, and I said to him, "What are you having tonight? Like, what are you eating today?" He was like, my coach told me to have a Domino's. And I was like, "Have you had a Domino's this prep?" He's like, "No." I was like, "Don't have a Domino's, because that's just so stupid." Because imagine if you wake up in the morning and you're like, you look at your physique and you're distended, you're bloated, you're really gassy, and then you're like, potentially you can't go to the toilet, so then you're holding loads of excess, which you don't want to be doing, which stops you pulling your midsection in tight. Like, just that doesn't make any sense to me. So I think that clean eating versus if it fits your macros is just kind of a stupid, like, it's kind of stupid now, and it's a little bit like it's a topic that's just kind of being exhausted in a sense, because, you know, it all comes down to calories in, calories out. As much as people don't like people saying that, it is that. Science says it is that. Yeah, it's a basic, you know, laws of thermodynamics is calories in, calories out. You can't get away from that. But if you want to eat Pop-Tarts, cool, you'll still get shredded. But think about the adherence to doing that. Think about being fuller throughout the day. Think about being able to sort of be consistent throughout the day. If you're just having a Pop-Tart, I don't know how many calories are, like what, 400?
200 per Pop-Tart.
Yeah, but they're not going to fill you up, are they?
Two Pop-Tarts, it's like a fucking biscuit. It's like a digestive. It's shite.
Yeah. I mean, rubbish. maybe in the off season I'd have half of one if I fancied
crumpets.
It. Yeah, exactly, man. So I think guys, just be sensible. Be kind of like, don't let hunger draw you away from your routines and habits that have got you to where you are. Like, sure, I get it. But just, you know, when you're finished, you can have a few more. You introduce more food.
It's staying consistent with your food choices. Like, I'll fucking tell everyone right now, I've planned in a pizza tonight from Morrison's, just a shop bought pizza, fucking 600 calories. Like, that's not a lot, is calorie wise, but I've had that in my off season, and I've had that through prep.
Would you have that the night before your show?
No. But I'm just having it now because I can.
Why not?
And I'm still going to drop.
Course, 100%.
I had them last week, the week before, and it didn't do anything to my weight the next day. So, like, before a show, I'd never do that. Like, I would never do that. I'd just keep normally quite consistent with my meals. But I've got family coming around tonight, and I just want to be able to enjoy a bit of food with them. So it's not like I'm ordering a Domino's, because that would probably make me look like shit tomorrow.
That's very, very.
So
and that'll fuck your head up as well.
Staying to the food you used to, like this pizza I've had for like 17 weeks, like, or when I've had it, it's just the same one. Like in your body, your body gets used to the foods that you eat. So at the end of the day, as long as you're staying on point with your foods throughout your diet and not doing silly things the night before a show, you'll be absolutely fine. 100% be fine. So that kind of sums up that question. And the second one come in from Callum. He said, I'll let you answer this one, Jack, because you're probably better because you've done more refeeds than me. So signs you may need to refeed on prep / very lean. Also the method you would take. So I've only done like one refeed so far, but you've obviously done a lot more.
Signs you need to refeed are, first off, if you're not lean or on track, absolutely get that out of your head. Because
100%.
That's just stupid. I didn't refeed until I got decently lean, because obviously you want a response from the refeed. So first off, you need to be getting flat enough to warrant a refeed. You need to be training. Like if you look at my training throughout this prep, like I've been training really hard every week and it hasn't changed. I've got flat and I've warranted higher food because I'm in a position where I can do that.
Yeah.
So get flat. That's the goal of a natural bodybuilder, any bodybuilder in general. You've got to get flat to get lean. So when you're flat and if you're on track, then a refeed is in my opinion, a great tool.
Yeah.
For sure. How I would approach them in regards to sort of how much, I would bump up straight to off-season levels.
Yeah, off-season carbs.
Yeah, so say if you're dieting on like now, you're like 300 grams and your off-season's 500. Go up to 500, drop protein down a little bit just so you assimilate obviously more glycogen and you're not thinking about trying to fit in protein because again, also it just balances out the calories a little bit. But mate, like honestly, you've got to earn a refeed. Really have like unless you're looking absolutely atrocious, your training performance is awful. But alongside that, you'd have to be somewhat lean. If you're not lean, you're just trying to make dieting easier.
They just don't do anything, do they?
I know people who have a refeed and they hold on to kind of the weight for like 4 days. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Did you really need that? Like, no, probably not. Did you go too hard on it? Yes. Yeah. Reduce it immediately. Like, just like refeeds are a good tool though, but only when you're flat enough. Like,
they're a great tool, but I think a lot of people will see people almost advocate a refeed as a way to keep dropping body fat, when the reality that's just not true. Like I've seen a few coaches, like more Instagram famous coaches, try and sell plans by saying you need to be eating more food. You need to be eating more food by incorporating refeeds into your diet. If you're someone who is starting a diet, you do not need refeeds at the start. You don't need them.
No way.
And like Jack's just said, when you start to get flat and when you start to warrant a refeed, then you can take one. You need to earn them. I had my first one in 19 weeks the other day, but I earned it. So it's just a case of you need to diet enough to be able to actually see the difference in the refeed itself. So hope that answers the question, Callum. Did you have any questions, Jack, or are you?
I didn't have any questions. No, actually.
That's pretty much the questions. I know you've got a busy day today, Jack, so we won't keep this one for too long. So is there anything that you want to wrap up with before we finish this one up?
Anything I want to wrap up with? I think I'll just because I know people are going to ask and I've been asked as well. I'll quickly go over what I'm doing, obviously for this week. So I've just been slowly incrementing carbs up. So I started at like 275, and I've just crept it up to like 400. Yeah. Body weight's not changed at all. Looks significantly better. So that's pretty much how I've been running this week. Nice, simple, nice and easy. Same food choices. Ready to put in some more food today, which I'm going to start as soon as we get off this call.
Do you think you'll do different approaches next time, like for your next peak week, or will you keep it very similar, 25 grams of carbs a day?
I don't see why I would change it if I've been able to go from 275 to today, maybe around 650. And I've gained like minimal. I've gained no weight. I've actually lost 0.2, but I look better. I look better. So no, I'll keep doing that.
Keep things as they are. Yeah, and I think that's the thing. It's just finding your groove of things. Like for me, I know we're probably going to do this. I'll speak to Tom about it. We're probably going to do a front load most likely because that's just what we did last time, and it just worked really well. So, like you obviously start out of the week, get quite full, and then you get a little bit flatter as the weeks go by, but then you just top it up to keep it there, to keep it steady. But everyone's got their own approaches. I know people do like rapid backloads, where for people that don't know, like that's literally the day before you slam in fucking tons of food in the hope that the next day you'll look good. But for me, that would worry the shit out of me. Like I just
wouldn't do it.
No, I just don't think I could mentally handle what I might look like the next day.
Agreed. Man.
Yeah, so you've got that approach. It's working well. So keep it. That's it, mate.
Yeah, man. I will. I'll keep it coming in. And today will be high. Tomorrow will be high.
Nice one, mate. So Sunday is the day. So just for anyone listening, if they do want to come and see the show, where is it again, Jack?
It's the BMBF Southern, which is in Basingstoke. So if you want to come and watch, please do. I know lots of people are coming.
Yeah.
And that'll be really cool. So if you want to come and watch, obviously, please absolutely do, and it'd be great to have you here. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Awesome. Nice one. So
guys,
I'll be there as well, guys. So obviously, if you do come down, come and say hi to us both. It'd be awesome to see you.
Yeah. Guys, take care. Thanks for watching, and I'm about to go and eat because I'm feeling fatigued.
Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Cheers, guys.